welcome to the live. Okay, so you may notice the progress day by day, which is pretty cool. So we have progress, visible progress day by day. So FYI, if you haven't really spotted the new things, I've included the red tones in the cloth here. Went over the armor wasn't done, so now it's in line. And the biggest addition to the paint job is this guy up here. You see he's like purplish with bluish reflection, and the OSL from the crystal here. Really like the flow of the cloth here. A bit of nuance here, very good. And yeah, I think yesterday I spent quite some time on the horns here. I want something dark, but still punchy. You know, something that you notice, but should not be the main focus. And so I've introduced a bit of blue in there. I will darken it right away with some more of that. What is it already? No. Yeah, Magnolia Negra or Black Lotus. I think it's nice already. I will have it a bit darker yet. I'll reload that Magnolia Negra. It's a very good color. Bought it after a recommendation. There was a kind of a showcase. It's a Juan Hidalgo miniature, and so he did some black armor with that. I was impressed. Bought it, and it is an absolute tool, indeed. Hi, CB, ZI. How are you doing? So here I really have to shade. I want to get to a very dark black. So I may go as far as using black at the end. What are you doing? I'm painting this miniature. You see, it's like smaller than my hand, but it's still pretty big for a miniature. It's for a game, miniature game, war game, we say. But I'm not much interested in the gaming aspect. I'm interested in the painting aspect. And it's about finding the right colors and placing them at the right position, creating some glowing effect, reflection and stuff. Yeah, well, thank you. May I ask in which part of the world you are now? I would say the US, most likely, but maybe I'm wrong. US, yep. And so yeah, for the time I just adjusted the hour for the live. I used to do them a bit later, and I know it's like 4 p.m. in Los Angeles, and I was wondering if it was too late or something. Although it's maybe 7 or 6 in New York, East Coast time. But I'm glad to see that Goose Creek. Sorry, I don't know where is Goose Creek because I'm European, and so I have just a basic understanding of the US. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I would know New York, Washington D.C., Miami, Los Angeles, Las Vegas. That's about it. Texas. Pretty random, right? Then I know some cities, even some states. I wouldn't names, but I would not necessarily be able to locate them on a map. And so here, Goose Creek is definitely something I cannot locate on a map. So here I'm starting precision work slightly and started with the horns, in fact. And so the progress I've made, I don't know if you've watched, who here has watched live day by day. But because I'm kind of drafting, it's going pretty fast. Here for the horns, I went a bit more in detail and spent quite a time on it. Maybe something like an hour. Just a few back and forth to find the right balance. And to be honest, I would like to avoid that as much as possible before the end of the paint job. because getting stuck on one part of the miniature means no progress overall, and I don't think I'm yet at the step where I have to refine. Although here I think it's pretty important to, of course, to get some good effects together. I think I like this purple because, you know, it's still pretty dark and it's not overwhelming, and so it adds to the richness, chromatic richness, without detracting from the main event, which is really the fire kind of swirling like this. So here I'm happy to shade everything because this part was quite overexposed. Okay, something like this. And the helmet is a tricky area. I haven't quite solved that yet. Let me check this first. I have to shade at the right place, and so I can highlight at the right place as well. Because today I would like to start to highlight the armor, and so I can have a better overall effect, an indication where my highest light should be. So it should be around the head here, maybe the shoulder pad, something like this, because I have these very strong lights around, and so that's why I think it's very fitting to have something pretty dark, but not totally dark. I need to have some light coming on. Coming on it. So here reasserting some lights because there is a crystal here glowing, and so that will emit some light on there. Oops. Should have gone with the dry brush. So dryer brush. Yep, or something like this. Yeah. Brushes aren't a personality. Sorry, I didn't quite get that. Krem ki kurimu. Airbrush. No, they're not personality. They are a tool, isn't it? Okay, so the more refined the shape, really the better looking the thing. Yeah, so I kind of lost with all the back and forth here on the arm. Had lost the reflection. So here we go. Now I have it back again. Oh yeah, the color for this, and here some reflection as well. Here we go. Very good. Oh yeah, on the tail here, something stronger. Light passes. For now, it's just a sketching, but light pass after light pass, we have a buildup of color, and that will make the later smoothing easier as well. So that's cool. Okay, something like this. This should be light, pretty light, because this is just getting a bit from the fire here, it's pretty far, so that will be darkened. So here the green is really to make it belong into the OSL, but this is fabric. It will be red, a dark red, and so it should be pretty faded on there. It won't pop much. But this is just sketching, so I'm placing the things, and then okay, having like the values and everything, colors, values, correct placements, and then make an a hole. Yes, that's this, a hole. When you look at the model together, that makes sense, and that is pleasant. Relevant. If you can be bold and successful at the same time, that's really cool. It's not a given though. Does not necessarily happen, but it can. Have to try anyway. Okay, something like this. Okay, I'll move on to my next color. I think I want to do this here at the front. Oh, no, this cloth here. Okay, cool. It's not too much, just what is facing downwards. Like this here. To be pretty, how to say, an effect that really doesn't leave doubt to what is happening. Really, that is an illusion, right? Because there is no light coming from the base, but it's just the illusion that the base will emit some light, and so it's about making it believable for the brain. And so you see nothing fancy is required for an OSL. So this is just the sketching step, so I will refine later for the smooth transitions and stuff, but it's already starting to happen. So I think the airbrush were mentioned just a bit earlier. I think the airbrush is a tool. I have nothing, I like airbrushing, so I have nothing against it. I use it for the base, and then I refine with the brush. That's how I do it. Okay. Then I will reuse that dark red again. Hope I could do it more here. So you see, ended up just like a glaze here, tinting the red. I think is perfect. Because cloth would not be super reflective. It's pretty high, right? Compared to this, oops, sorry, compared to this here, this is a lot higher. So it's further away from the source, because the source would be, well, we have this fire here, so, and the ground. This is the ground, haven't really worked on it much, but you see these cracks, they will emit some light. Yes, something like this. to get this opacity before anything. Okay, something like this, in fact, is pretty cool. Yeah, okay, I will refine it later. I will take care of this here around the belt. I think yeah, it's getting there for the sketch. I think, oh yeah, maybe the maze here at the end of the tail. So for the wood, let me check. Take a brown ink. So I call that brown ink, but in fact you'll see it's an express color, which is the same as the contrast. And I'm kind of procrastinating, I have to say the truth, about I said I was going to do these armor bits, the NMM, and because it's a bit scary. I am indeed. Yeah, procrastinating slightly, doing other things, because that's the scary part. That's really what will, it's not make or break, but important step, definitely in making the model look great. So I don't know why this guy has wooden triangles on him, but you know. And so I use this contrast because they have a transparency, and so the green hue remains under it. And although it's going to be reworked, so here very light, because I will OSL this little area, it will be glowing, and with the OSL, so I don't need to have something super strong here. In fact, if I keep my light green, so that's better, something like this. Okay, yeah. Cool. Oops. Yeah. Let me check if I have any other areas. Oh, the sword here. Okay. I'll take another contrast, which is this one, I guess. No. This one, yes. Okay. It is a rust color, copper brown. I have to give it a good shake. It's easy to split here. So this is a bit a physical aspect of painting. Like, no joke. Oh, okay, I think that will be good enough. I have a vortex mixer because of my people are sleeping in the house. The vortex mixer is quite noisy. And so that's my sacrifice. I have to be quiet. And yeah, why? Okay, I said this. Especially that here. Something like this, okay. And at the other end here as well. We have a good copper, pretty nice. Oops, too much. Yeah, because my brush is huge for this small detail, of course. But the contrast paint, if you have used them, you know that they dry slowly, and so I use that to my advantage. Okay. I'll take my finer brush. Do the details around here. Okay. And once the colors are everywhere, it's a lot easier to see what is missing, what is out of place on the Mini. So you see how I'm keeping the light on this armor. Had a big coat, rinse the brush, and then swiped with the brush again. Okay. So this is kind of just a spin painting that I will take further. A speed painting that will escalate, something like this. Okay, I think it's time to I will highlight a bit the cloth, yes, and then and finish this as well here, like the kilt. It's going to be metal, reflective metal, and starting with a dark base. Yeah, something like this. Very cool. Simple, and now it looks a bit, how to say, blue and red and whatever. I think it's good to have a bit of color like this. Sebastian Schmidt said hi. Warhammer 40k. Oh yeah, sorry, I just saw your comments. I hope you're still there. This is Age of Sigmar. Well, I think it used to be like the old world, Warhammer, the old world before Age of Sigmar. I cannot really remember how old this model is, but it's not a new one. is I'm not a fan. That's not a fan. I'm not a connoisseur of the lore. But this guy is supposed to be a magus on his kind of big monstrosity ogre going to war. Thankwall and Bone Reaper, I know the name, and that's about everything I know about them. Supposed to be powerful. I think you can see by the miniature. Looks pretty solid. Uh, but yes, it is too much airbrush. Sorry. I don't understand the thing about the airbrush. Could you explain it to me? I think I would get it better. If you would be kind enough to help me understand better this thing about the airbrush. $7.5 out of 10. I don't understand what you're saying, man. I'm very sorry. Or like explanation. I think I add a bit of color on the tail. I will add the same color as I have here on his big tail here. Have it on there, I think it's good. And also it will be reminiscent to this. I think I get the criticism. People think this is airbrushed. Well, it's because you have no skill, you cannot paint, and also because you have no eyes, because this is obviously brush strokes. And so it's funny that the people, the less skilled they are, the more prone they are to criticism. So that's really funny, the irony of this world. It's very funny. Judging things they don't even understand. It's the absurdity of the. You know, if you've seen the movie Joker, you know where with it's Joaquin Phoenix. I think I really understand. There is an absurdity, and who's crazy, really? Potential detail lines, bro. Hey, show me your Instagram, because I'm pretty sure you are somebody who does not paint, and you like judging something you don't understand, and so you should be just more humble. And so I don't know if you see, this is not hairbrush. Okay, so this is brush strokes, and so you definitely don't understand what you're saying. I'm saying that, you know, just to try to help you. being a bit more. But that will be my last answer to you. In fact, if you're not able to understand that, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, just trying to be kind to you. In fact, you think you what like a golden demon judge, and it's very funny. Of course, I bet you don't. You don't have Instagram. You have nothing. I can understand. I'm just saying, bro. Should be when you approach something you don't understand. Approach it with more humility. It's like this is airbrush, bro. Whether you have very bad eyesight or you don't know what you're talking about. Reminds me of people, kind of raging, things they cannot do, they criticize. Yeah, cool. Well, that's okay. Well, whether or not it's airbrush, airbrush is a tool, and there's nothing wrong with airbrush. I think it's just people who are underskilled, and they really try to, try to criticize. To when you cannot elevate yourself, you try to bring the things around you down. But that's up to you. it really doesn't affect the environment, so you may be just as bad as a painter in a year's time than now, so it's okay. You know, it's a growth mindset, or kind of victim, like, oh yeah, very good, congrats. Yeah, you don't understand what you're seeing. I don't really have any information to. You would not understand the information I give anyway. You have to keep working on your skills, bro, and then you will understand at some point. Maybe not. You know, I think the doors don't open to everybody. But this is not quite the time to refine this OSL yet. With these details like this, I think should be more about yeah, bringing back some red in there on the cloth. Maybe some brighter red, because now this is it's very desaturated, which is the something I wanted to keep to leave that in the background somehow. But I also want to bring some punch, just to bring the attention on the scarf here. And so I think I will maybe take this again, this black red. Yep, okay. And so here, the green should be more vibrant where the green belongs, and the red as well. And that's part of starting to get a bit cleaner result. Now it's about time. I think the sketch is mostly done. See, everything has a color. Yes, I need the highlight on the metallic parts, the armor. But other than that, I think the balance between the natural light on the model and the green OSL is pretty where I think it makes kind of sense. And it's a strong point, but I still have, like, yeah, this guy here having painted this guy, well, it's just a sketch of the colors. But I like the motion of this, it's pretty cool. Bluish tones, and this is more reddish, all kind of in desaturated zone, or pretty dark, to not overpower the green of the OSL, which is the main event, let's say. Something like this. It's not about the grade, bro. I think you don't understand what you're seeing. That's what I'm saying, you know? I have nothing personal against you. I just think maybe you're very young. That's also something sometimes my viewers are younger than I expect. If you're a young one, like under 20, then, you know, don't take what I say roughly. You know, I'm a very friendly guy. But just, this is a sketch, man. This is a sketch. In 44th, bro, it's time to grow up. Scary. Yeah. Just say you're a child and I will have more compassion for you, bro. So I'll explain to you once. This is a sketch, right? And you see here the brush strokes. I mean, this is, you know, but airbrush, no problem, you know. But just saying where your irrelevance is. This is brushwork, which is kind of funny, very amusing. And this is a sketch, so I place the colors. This is not even half of the job done because I will have all the refinement after, once I have all my colors and lights in the right place. So that's why I'm saying I think you don't understand what you're seeing. Very much convinced it's an airbrushed finished product. So you don't, you know, maybe I'm not, I don't have enough pedagogy where I present, but yes, yeah, something, good criticism that I could make to myself, and yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the opportunity to let me see that the gap, you know, that could be. This seems obvious to me, but of course it's not. Oh no, I like how the red pops a lot more, and so I think that's probably maybe 10-15 hours in the in the process, and I think, yeah, I could go double, like 20 or 30, no problem. Just refining really, so that everything looks clean and high end, in fact. Because I think there is a difference. I do have both YouTube and Instagram, and so you can check it out and you have a better idea of the end result. Not that it's crazy, you know. I'm just a guy painting and sharing on the internet, and so I have no ambition to, you know, say I'm a master painter, but just I think having humility in the approach is always a good idea, and, you know, I think, yeah, it's the best game to bring. Asking question before. That's why I asked you, like, how old you were. Like, maybe you just a child, and in that instance, you know, I don't need to have any roughness. Yeah, check my videos, check my dioramas, check my stuff. I think that will help you. It's not Instagram level, for sure. When I say Instagram level, I mean the Instagram masters, you see. But, you know, here on this guy, I know what I'm doing, so. Okay. Interesting. I will darken the here the where we have the kilt. I think the kilt or the sheath of the like this. More of a solid coat. These two here. Really just to add a bit of chromatic and also connect, you see. So you have here the cloth at the very bottom, and then here at the center, and now if you switch, you have here and here have touches. And so yeah, so we are 1 hour into the live, and so that will be the end of today's session. I will continue the painting and yeah, tomorrow, yeah, today is the last live of the week. So tomorrow no live, but I will come back and continue on this guy. I still have a lot to do once all my colors and lights are in place. So here the colors mostly in place, the lights mostly in place on the skin, the fabrics. The OSL mostly is done, and also the natural highlight on the skin. But I have to have the natural highlight on the armor. The rat needs more work here, and then once everything will be in place, there will be the refinement step. And so the refinement is doubling up the time put on the miniature up to now to get to something that is presentable in a picture, right? If you see the details here, that's very rough, but because it's just a sketch, right? So thank you guys for tuning in, for watching. I appreciate respectful viewing and understanding. That's very nice. If you enjoyed, well, consider subscribing. And if you don't want to subscribe yet, you can check out my long form videos as well as my other live or shorts. That will help you decide whether or not you want to subscribe. And if you want to ride along on the long term with the channel, well, I would be very grateful. So thank you very much and have a good one, guys.